Hey guys, welcome back. Day 130 of doing a Devo every day, and we are going to be back in the Bible in John 11. So let me read for y'all. Now a man named Lazarus was sick. He was from Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. This Mary, whose brother Lazarus now lay sick, was the same one who poured perfume on the Lord and wiped his feet with her hair. So the sisters sent word to Jesus, "Lord, the one you love is sick." When he heard this, Jesus said, "The sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it." Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was 2 more days, and then he said to his disciples, "Let us go back to Judea." "But Rabbi," they said, "a short while ago the Jews there tried to stone you, and yet you are going back?" Jesus answered, "Are there not 12 hours of daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble, for they see by the world's light. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble, for they have no light." So, in the first part of this, Lazarus has not died yet. There are a couple things to take notice of right off the bat here in the first parts. The first part that I would say is sticks out to me is when Jesus says, "The sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it." So a lot of times we are asking ourselves, why are we suffering? Why does Jesus allow us to go through these things? And he explains why Lazarus is going through these things is because God's Son, Jesus, is gonna be glorified through Lazarus, and it's in the name of God's glory, because Lazarus, spoiler alert, was raised from the dead. And it was another miracle that the Son of God performed. And sometimes he works in the ways of tragic things. Sometimes sicknesses will come, and they're a way that Jesus can show his glory and God can be glorified through it. Another part that I feel stands out to me is when Jesus says, "Are there not 12 hours of daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble, for they see the world's light. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble, for they have no light." And this is talking about Jesus. There's 12 hours of daylight. We're gonna have Jesus by our side, and if we make the conscious decision to walk in the daylight, walk with Jesus by our side, and we will not stumble, and we will have the light. But when we walk at night, when we don't listen to Jesus, when we disregard Jesus, that's when we stumble, because we have no light to our path. The light, as Jesus is called throughout the Bible.